Here with Johny Hendricks, victorious tonight. How do you feel? You just mentioned a second ago that your arm is a little sore, so how do you feel after the fight?
I feel good. Just, you know, like I've been telling everybody, I got to go back into the gym. I got to train. I got to get better. There's some things that I did into my fight that I wasn't able to succeed at. And to be where I want to be, that can't happen.
Specifically what?
Takedowns. You know what I mean? My clinch game was better, but not perfect. You know what I mean? And he threw. Mike Pierce hit me with a couple good elbows in the clinch, threw a couple of good uppercuts in the clinch as well, and he put me against the cage the third round. Those things cannot happen. You know what I mean? Because everybody that I'm going to be fighting coming up are those kind of fighters. They put you against the cage. They have good clinch games. They're good everywhere, and I have to perfect those before I get in there with those guys.
So what was it? Did he land you with a kick in the arm?
Yeah, I blocked it. I saw it coming and I blocked it, but instead of blocking like this, I blocked it like this. And it just got me flush right there. Nothing, not a big deal.
So you were on a bit of a streak until you lost to Rick Story. Yeah. So what did you learn from that fight? They always say that you learn more from a defeat than a victory. So after that, you've put together now 3 wins again. But what did that Rick Story's fight specifically teach you, and what did you change in now that you're on another streak?
Well, look, I didn't get taken down today. You know, he put me to my knees. That was it. But I don't consider that a takedown. He did put me to my back, but my ground game, I felt comfortable on my back. You know, those are things that are going to happen in fights. And I'm very glad that I was comfortable down there. He hit me with a couple of good elbows. But what I was more importantly, is I stayed off the cage when I knew he was a cage fighter. And I made myself train to implement that kind of style. You know what I mean? Like, instead of me getting to the cage, why don't I, whenever I'm about to be there, circle off and put him against it? You know what I mean? So use it against him. And that's strategizing. That's also becoming a smarter fighter, better fighter. Because look at these guys I'm going to be facing coming up. Those are the kind of fighters I'm going to be facing.
Speaking of faces, and it's hard to get past your face and the beard. Yeah. What is the story behind this? My
beard was about whenever I had my first fight in WEC. Mark Lehman, I grew it out for about 6 weeks, and Mark Lehman was like, dude, that's a sick beard. I don't know why, but you got a sick beard. Keep it. And I was like, no, I don't even like it. You know, it started itching, and I was going, oh my gosh, this sucks. And he's like, just keep it. Trust me, keep it. So then I kept it, and then the next thing you know, the next fight, he's like, Johnny, don't. And I was like, God, all right. And then the next thing you know, people were like, hey, Johnny, I love the beard, you know, happy bearded guy, yada, yada. And that sort of kicked off after here in Philadelphia 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And they started calling me the happy bearded guy.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, you know, I do something that's crazy and very out there, but whenever I step out of the octagon, you know, I want to be nice and friendly and kind.
Right. What does your wife think of it?
She wants me to shave it all the time. I hear her go, bzzz. I'm like, get away from me, woman. You know what I mean? I got a fight coming up, and she's like, God, I can't wait until your fight, because she knows that it all comes off.
Well, I know some fighters abstain from the comfort of their woman anyway, so maybe that actually helps you stay focused if she's not, you know, that attracted to you with the beard.
Well, no, I love my wife, and I love my daughter. I'm actually about to have another one. God bless me with another little girl. She's actually due August 30th. So I'm hoping to God that she didn't have the baby during my fight. I'm about to call her as soon as I get done. I hope to God she's not going, Johnny, you got to get home. I'm going to go, no. You know what I mean? Because you know, I love my wife, and I want her to be involved so much. And, you know, that's the kind of person I am, just family.
Very nice. Well, it's actually my daughter's 5th birthday today. Oh, so, yeah, she's with her grandparents, luckily, today.
Oh, okay. Well, tell her happy birthday, and congratulations.
Well, thank you very much, Johnny. Congrats to you on the win.
Thank you so much.